Hi, we're the Corrigans. I'm Corinne.
I'm Josh.
Today's lesson is about Esau and Jacob. You want to say your twins? Twins! Isaac is now grown up. He marries a woman named Rebecca. Now Rebecca is going to have a baby. 2 of them. But the twins are heavy in her and they fight inside of her. Rebecca is very uncomfortable. She could feel the feet of the babies kicking inside her womb, and it hurts. It is hard having one baby inside, kicking and squirming, but when 2 babies kick, she can't sleep. Rebecca prays to God. Why is this happening? She wails. They're not even born yet, and they're already a bunch of trouble. God says, that's because your sons will be 2 nations, and they will be at war with each other. The younger one, the one who comes out last, will win. They will fight each other, and they are practicing inside of you. Finally, it's time for the 2 babies to be born. The first one is Esau. He comes out all red and hairy. Then the second one comes, holding on to Esau's heel with his tiny hand. That's Jacob. Esau grows up to be a hunter. He loves to be outside. He loves to hunt deer and other animals and bring them home to his family to cook. Jacob doesn't like the outdoor life so much. He likes to stay inside the tent and help his mother Rebecca. You won't find 2 more different twins.
Esau is older than Jacob by around 3 minutes. What does he get by being the oldest? Maybe he gets a bigger piece of meat for dinner. Maybe he gets to be first to pick the chores he needs to do, or the first to go hunting with his dad. But most important, being the oldest means that he gets his family's land when his parents die. And he gets the honor of being blessed by his father. With that blessing comes a wonderful future. That is called birthright, the oldest son's right to favors, just by being born first. But Esau's birthright doesn't fill his stomach when he's hungry. And Esau is hungry today. He has been hunting all day without a bite to eat. When he comes back to the big family tent, he can smell a wonderful smell. Food, delicious lentil stew. Jacob is at the stove cooking. Esau stumbles into the tent. I'm starving. Give me some of that red stuff you're cooking there. Jacob's answer is a surprise. Sell me your birthright. I'll trade my stew for your birthright. What's a birthright when you're so hungry? Who cares about that? Esau says. I'm about to faint, and you're talking about some birthright? Take it. Jacob says, promise? I promise. Give me a big bowl. Jacob smiles and ladles out a big bowl of yummy lentil soup for Esau, who has just become his younger brother. Jacob is the older brother now. He even gives Esau a piece of bread to soak up the gravy. Isaac gives his oldest son a blessing. But who is that? After many years, Isaac's eyes had gone bad, and now he is going to die soon. But first, he wants to give his oldest son a blessing. He does not know that Esau gave away his place as the oldest, trading it for a bowl of stew. And that, really, Jacob counts as the oldest, even though he is younger. So Isaac sends for Esau. My dear son Esau, go hunt a deer and bring it home, and make my favorite dish for me. You know how to cook it the way I like. After I eat, I'll give you a special blessing. So Esau goes out into the woods. Rebecca is listening. Rebecca loves Jacob best, and she wants Jacob to have Isaac's blessing. She goes to Jacob's tent. Jacob, she says, Esau is out hunting. He is going to make your father's favorite dish, and then he will get your father's blessing. I want you to have that blessing instead. Hurry and make a stew that tastes like what Esau makes. When it's ready, I'll tell you what to do next. Jacob is not sure, but he does what his mother tells him to do. When the stew is hot and ready, he goes to his mother Rebecca. She is waiting for him, holding a piece of animal fur in her hand. What is that? Jacob asks. This fur is what you'll use to pretend to be Esau. You're going to be Esau when you go to your father, but he will never be fooled if he manages to touch you. Here, tie this furry skin around your arm, and you'll be hairy just like your brother. So Jacob goes into Isaac's tent holding a bowl of spicy stew. and wearing a furry sleeve. He does not look much like Esau. Will Isaac be fooled? Here I am, father, says Jacob, opening the tent door. Isaac is lying in bed, just like he always does since he has gotten old and blind. Who are you? Says Isaac. I am Esau, your son.
You don't sound like Esau, says Isaac. Come here and let me feel you. Jacob holds out his right arm, the one with the animal fur stuck to it. Isaac feels the fur. Esau is very hairy today. So it is you, Esau. Did you bring me my favorite dish with you? Jacob gives Isaac the bowl of stew. Isaac gobbles it up. Then he says, You don't sound like Esau, but I guess you are Esau. Come here and I will give you my blessing. So Isaac says to Jacob, May God give you the riches of heaven and earth. People will serve you and bow down to you. Your brother and all nations will do that. Everyone who curses you will be cursed, and everyone who blesses you will be blessed. Then Jacob runs out of the tent. Esau will be here soon. As soon as Jacob disappears, Esau comes into the tent. In a booming voice he says, Here I am, father, with your favorite food. Isaac is surprised. What? I just ate my favorite food, and I just gave you my blessing. Did you forget? Or did you come back for more? Now Esau is confused. Father, I just got back from hunting the deer, and I just finished making the stew that you asked me to make. What is going on? Isaac says, Then who just fed me? Who did I just bless? Esau's eyes narrow. He closes his hands into a fist. It must be my brother Jacob, he growls through his gritted teeth. That Jacob. But father, will you give me a blessing too? But I cannot, says Isaac. I gave my one blessing to the firstborn son. What do I have left? Father, please, Esau starts to weep. Please, have you only one blessing? Is there not another blessing for me? Isaac sighs. It will not be the same. Father, please, says Esau, weeping. Then his father says, Your home will be away from the riches of heaven and earth. You will live by your sword, and you will serve your brother and bow down to him. But there will be a time when you will no longer have to serve him. Esau walks out of the tent steaming. He says out loud, That Jacob, he took my blessing. I hate him. If I see him, I'll kill him. I'll kill him. Rebekah stands near Isaac's tent, hiding from Esau. She hears him and runs to find Jacob. Quick, you need to run away from here. Esau will kill you if he sees you. He means it. Jacob grabs a coat and a bag of food, and he runs. Now there is only a family of 3, and one is dying.
The story shows how much Jacob desiring God's blessing, while Esau did not care. There are many times when we act like Esau, giving up our opportunities to be blessed by God's gifts to us. Or like Jacob, there are many times when we act less than perfect, even when our goals are right. But God does not give up on us. And we know that as part of the family of God, even when we are not perfect, we receive God's blessing.